Hello everyone, Daniel here from the Next Issue Podcast. On today's video, I'll be doing a review for What If Season 2, Episode 3, What If Iron Man Crashed into the Grandmaster. As I've mentioned in the previous reviews, I will be going a little bit into spoilers since I want to talk about the people that were involved making this, the voice cast, and all that. So here's a brief synopsis for this episode. In this one, Tony Stark challenges the Grandmaster, leading to a Grand Prix turn demolition derby deathmatch. Um, I think I think this one's my favorite so far. Now, granted, we've only gotten three, and you go check out the reviews for the other ones. But this one's a whole lot of fun. It's kind of like Gladiator meets Death Race, something kind of like that. It's an interesting mashup. So let's talk about the cast real quick. We have, of course, Jeffrey Wright voicing the Watcher. Jeff Goldblum returns as the Grandmaster. We have Taika Waititi as Korg. We have Tessa Thompson as a Valkyrie. Now we do have this one is kind of the origin story of that Gamora character that we met in season one. I feel like this is the episode that they had mentioned that was pushed off to season two, but we finally get to see that Gamora story, and she's voiced by Cynthia K. McWilliams. And we also have, of course, Tony Stark, Iron Man, voiced by Mick Wingert, who's been voicing him pretty much on all this animated stuff. So let's get into it. I really like the twist here of like, what if Iron Man, when in the battle of the Avengers in 2012, when he took the nuke back into the hole, like what if he hadn't been able to make it back through that wormhole that Thanos was creating, and instead he ended up in Sakaar. Uh, really cool stuff. Of course, Sakaar is very different. Well, it's kind of different. I think obviously the Hulk wouldn't be there as a champion yet, but we do have somebody who's we're very familiar with. Valkyrie was there already at the time. So yeah, of course the Grandmaster just wants spectacle and just wants to, do what he does the Grandmaster things. And I think it's really fun to have Jeff Goldblum come back to do the voice. He's always been like, I just love Jeff Goldblum. I think he adds so much more fun to whatever project he's working on, even if it's just a voice. So yeah, this episode is a little bit silly. It's almost like I said death race, but it's also like wacky razors almost. There's some kind of medium there, but what I really like here is that, of course, we get to see how did we get to that Gamora that became part of the multiversal Avengers at the end of season one, but also how do we get Tony back, right? Because I feel like Tony's story, even in these what ifs, has to finish with him eventually coming back to Earth, and that's definitely his mission. But he also Tony's a hero, and he wants to free Sakaar. He wants to, as he mentions in the episode, he wants to leave it better than the way he found it. So very cool. Like I just really like that. It's an interesting thing about Tony's character. Um, there's some really good, fun jokes, fun gags. Korg is in this episode, of course, voiced by Taika Waititi. So like, there's gonna be some great humor. And as I've mentioned, visually, I feel like they haven't taken too many risks with the visuals. This one definitely nails the aesthetic of like Sakaar that we saw in the film. But like I said, I think if you're not on board with the animation at this point, it's not. I don't feel like they're changing it. I don't feel like they're going in different directions, even though they probably should, because that's kind of the cool part about a what if. Like you have this multiverse and everything kind of looks the same, but we've already talked about that. So at this point, it's just kind of like we're here. Let's just kind of keep doing it. So yeah, really fun stuff. Like I said, my favorite one so far. I'll probably rank these at the end of the season. But stay tuned. We'll keep dropping these hopefully daily. So if you have seen this one, let me know what you thought about it down in the comments. As always, thank you for watching, everyone. Remember to share, like, subscribe, hit the bell so you know when we go live. That is most Saturdays, 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. Stay tuned. We have more comic reviews, trailer reactions, TV recaps, all that fun stuff here in the channel. Thanks for watching, everyone.